and all that. Now my legs are back to pengeleng. They're like this, ping ping, like my dry legs. Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time on this channel, thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate you a lot. But to my old subscribers, thank you for always coming back. I love you guys so much. So today's video, I'm gonna be updating you on how this pregnancy or how this baby of mine has progressed up till this stage where I'm at right now. So I'm currently into my 3rd trimester, but I'm going to tell you about my 2nd trimester because I like to talk about each trimester after I have actually gone through. And yeah, this is basically like a 2nd trimester update for you guys. So I'm just going to tell you how it was, what it was, and I feel like this video, I did not want to share this information before, but after doing so much research, because it's a situation whereby I find myself in, I discovered that there are so many of us pregnant women out there who are going through the same thing, and they need this information because I also had to dig and dig. Like, I have been reading a lot about this particular condition, which is very common, but I don't feel like there's so many videos out there. So I'm going to tell you based on my own personal experience. So like you guys know, after the 1st trimester, you go in for an ultrasound again at the beginning of the 2nd trimester. So when I went for my ultrasound, let me just give you guys, I want to summarize it and I want to keep it very short. I don't want to go into details. When I went for my 2nd trimester ultrasound, I discovered that, or whoever did the ultrasound told me that I had this condition in pregnancy called placenta previa, and this is basically carrying the baby very low. But before going for that particular ultrasound, I already noticed that this child was right down. Like, imagine that you're like 5 months pregnant and you keep feeling as if the baby is coming out, but you don't bleed. You just feel the pressure right down there. Like, sometimes I feel like the baby is already in my vagina coming out. The pressure was real. So I kept complaining to people that were close to me, and I kept saying that this child is really down. And this is not my first time. I'm not a first-time mom. This is the 2nd time for me getting pregnant. I don't remember going through this experience before. So when I went for that ultrasound, it was confirmed, and I don't know these people. Is it gynecologists? Yeah. She told me that I was carrying the baby very low and I had this condition called placenta previa. It's very common, especially when you go for that particular, the 2nd ultrasound. It's very common according to what they say and according to what I've been reading so far on the internet, on the Google. Okay, so this was not very good to me. Like this was not a good news. This was not good news to me. It was actually scary. It was traumatizing, and I was like so worried. But ever since I got pregnant, like, if you see my bump, it's like down now. I look like I'm 9 months pregnant because of the way the baby is sitting, and it has been there from day one. The upper part of my bump or of my stomach is empty. You can feel like just air. I'm talking about this part. There's been no time in this pregnancy that I felt this baby up, like kicking upwards towards even my rib cage. No, you know. So it's always been down there. So the pressure is like, I can't even say, the pressure is too much. And then the back pain, because of that, I have so much pain. I have so much back pain, and then I have an extra big bump. So yeah, I just wanted to share this information with you guys, but I'm going to go further to talk about this condition. When you find yourself in this situation, they always tell you that you should start preparing your mind for a C-section, but that's only 10% of 100% of women that go through placenta previa, because most at times the placenta is like very low because the baby is still very small. But as the baby grows, I don't know the medical terms. I don't want to use something that is not correct here. As the baby grows, the baby pushes the placenta upwards, and it leaves from where it is, like, because where it is, when they say it is sitting low, it means it's covering the cervix, whereby if you want to push the baby, the placenta has to come out first. This is just in layman terms. Please don't come for me. I'm a nurse, but that's not my specialty. I'm not even that big of a nurse, I beg. So I'm just explaining what I understood and what I've been reading about this condition. So they always say that as the uterus grows, it pushes the placenta upwards, and as the placenta goes upwards, it leaves the cervix, whereby the baby can then come before the placenta comes. So this information was something that was very depressing for me, and when I just heard, I went to my nurse. When I went for my clinical checkups, they kept telling me that if that's the condition, just start opening your mind towards a CS. But most at times, no, it does not happen like that. Before the baby gets to full term, the placenta goes to its right position. So I have another ultrasound appointment, which I'm going to go there to confirm, but the baby is still very low. It's still sitting down there, and yeah, it's been okay, you know. For me, I'm just believing that I'm not going to go through a CS because I don't have the energy. First of all, I'm going through this whole journey alone. I live here alone, so going through a CS alone is not going to be a day's job. I'm believing in God. I know that I'm going to push. I pushed my first baby. I don't see any reason why I'm not going to push this one. So yeah, anyways, that's that aside. Now to the real deal, how I've been feeling, symptoms and all the changes and all that. During the second trimester, I was working throughout, even with the pain, even with the pressure. I was working throughout. And one thing about this whole situation is that when you carry the baby too low, you can't do so much. After a while, you can't do so much. After about 6 months, you cannot really do so much. At least for my own situation, I could not do so much. But I worked throughout, you know, I worked throughout the second trimester until I could not anymore, because the nature of my job is quite demanding physically and mentally. So it was too much for me, you know. I deal with patients, I deal with people that cannot do nothing on their own. You have to take care of them from A to Z, and you have about 6 of them sometimes, depending on your shifts. So at some point in time, towards the third trimester, I had to stop work and just take bed rest, because the doctor recommended that for me. Even the doctor did not recommend, truly, I could not work again. Like the backache, the pain under my abdomen and all that has been so real. And when I do something very tedious, this baby does not want me to do anything tedious, you know. So yeah, that's how it has been. I can't really do anything hard. Like I can't carry anything hard. But when you go through this process, when you go through this condition of placenta previa, the possibility of you having a CS is very low. And usually you have a CS when you start bleeding, and they always say when you have not seen any blood, it means everything is okay. For me, I'm very okay. I've not seen anything abnormal, just the pressure that has been so disturbing, and I can't do my things normally. So that's okay. I feel like for me, that whole thing was not just for me. It's not my thing. It worries me sometimes, you know, because right now I don't know if the placenta is in good shape or not. But I know that, hello, you know, I'm positive. I'm that kind of person. I'm first of all a very strong person, very strong-minded person. Me, I work more with my mind than the physical. I work more with my mind. So my mind is telling me something else. So as far as my body changing, of course my bump is extra big and looking very down, like it's like falling already. And I know that your bump usually falls when you're almost having the baby, but mine is already down. The baby is already down, and it's fine too, you know. Every disadvantage has an advantage. I feel like now that it's already down, when it's time for dilation and pushing and coming out, it's just gonna have a very short distance to just come out, whoop, you know. So yeah. Then for the changes, the physical changes, ironically, from the beginning my legs were so healthy and all that. Now my legs are back to pengeleng. They're like this, ping ping, like my dry legs, you know. So all the weight that I'm actually gaining right now goes just to my bump and to my butt. Like the rest of my body does not grow anymore. I don't get it. I really don't get it. You know, the only part of my body that grows consistently right now is the baby. It's the baby bump. You know, it's growing and growing and growing. Hyperpigmentation too is in full progress, like full swing. My neck is, if you look, I'm sure you can see the difference between, because I don't like applying makeup on my neck, you can see the difference between my face, my neck and my chest. The hyperpigmentation is real. Stretch marks, I have experienced a few on very strange parts of my body, my legs, you know, like 2 or 3 on my legs, and they are very dark and they are so scary. But I'm hoping that they'll go, like they'll go away, because these ones I've not seen before. And then for my bump, the stretch marks on my bump are like the usual ones that I had before. nothing extra. I feel like the bio oil has been helping me a lot because I've not had extra stretch mark. And yeah, my color too has changed. I am really dark now, like super dark. And yeah, then my face too, to do my makeup now is a struggle, guys. To do my makeup is a struggle. I have to plaster and plaster and plaster and plaster and sandpaper, and then before I cement everything. It's not easy. So I can't wait for my real face to come back. That's the first thing. And as far as my breathing is concerned, I don't breathe well from night time. I don't breathe well. Sleeping, I do sleep, but every night before I sleep, it's like I have mini labor. Like I go into mini labor, and it's not actually contractions, it's actually pain, because this baby, when I go to the toilet to pee, it changes its position, and since it sits like really low, it's on my bladder, it's on like it. Sometimes I feel like it's strangulating me. I don't understand what's happening, you know. So it's been great so far, and it's been also very stressful, really stressful emotionally and psychologically, handling all this here without any family member, without my mom. You know, I have so much support. My support system is super tight, but they are not close to me. They are far away. So handling all this on my own, it's been hard, but I thank God that I got used to at the point, and I'm dealing with it now. And I'm believing in so many things. And like I said, I'm a very positive person. I am a very strong-minded person. And I don't see all those things. What the doctors say is what the doctors say. I have my own thing that I'm saying in my head, and that's what's gonna come to pass, you know. So yeah, that's all. What else? As far as the preparation is concerned, I think I got almost everything. Here you don't need to buy so much because they basically equip you. I'm talking about what the baby is gonna wear, like the things that you need when the baby comes immediately. They equip you fully. Like they sent me a big box of clothes and things, and you know, emergency things, and I did not buy, like I've not bought this child anything like in terms of clothes and all that. No, I think I've spent only about 90 euros to buy clothes, and I don't intend buying any more because I want the baby to come, and then I'll see from there. I'll start buying. That's what so many people advise. So yeah, as far as the other things are concerned, the necessary things, I have, you know, gone through almost everything already. And then I have to do a makeover of this whole house, which I intend to do very soon. And I'll do a small house tour. Like I told you guys, my house is very small. I'll do a house tour, and then I have to also do a gender reveal. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your suggestions. Do you think it's a girl? Let me just guess. I want to know what you guys guess. Let me know in the comment section below. If you also want me to do a gender reveal, you let me know with some ideas, because if I'm gonna sit here to do a gender review, I'm just gonna sit down and tell you, oh, it's this, I'm having that. So let me know your guesses down there. And yeah, this is the end of this video. This is the end of this video. I hope you guys like it. I just wanted to keep you guys posted on what has been going on. And if you are going through the same condition, it's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. From everything that I've gathered, so many people have this condition from the beginning of the pregnancy, but at the end they go through it normally. And even if you don't go through it normally, it is still the will of God. You just accept it and move on with life, you know. So yeah, if you are going through this, it is normal, and just stay hopeful. I'll keep you guys posted on the 3rd trimester development, on, you know, as soon as I can, or if I can, I will, you know. Let me not promise what I can't do. Thank you guys for watching once more. Before I go, stay pretty, stay slaying, and always smile. See you in my next video. Bye guys.